Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. I must show you what I have in my hands today. I've got three bottles. We're going to talk about wine, which is one of my favorite topics, that champagne. I mean, pretty much anything made out of a grape. I'm super excited to have Julia Matos. Did I say Julia? Did I say your last name right? I'm so used to Fraser.
I know. I'm recently married, and it's Matos.
Matos. See, that's
Yes,
why I
thank
asked. Julia Matos and Tanya Baskerville. We are here to talk about Wine Wars, a
you.
competitive
Woo!
wine festival
Yeah.
coming up that you don't want to miss out. It is so much fun, lots of great wines. It's just such a fantastic concept, and of course, we want to talk about the wine, but we also want to drink a little bit of it. So we're going to do that for you guys too, so you can really get your tickets going and wanting to go to Wine Wars. Welcome, my
Yeah.
friends. How are you all today?
Wonderful. Excited. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you,
Absolutely.
Ted.
I'm excited to have you. I love this concept, Tanya. The first time that we talked about it and met about it, I thought this is just such a beautiful thing. And
Thank you.
even during downpours of rain, you have had successful,
Yes.
amazing events that people talk about and always want to go back. And so, before we take a deep dive, though, into Wine Wars, I want to know a little bit about each of you. And we'll start with you first. Tanya, tell us about Tanya Baskerville.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Tanya Baskerville. I am the event coordinator for Wine Wars. We've been doing it for about maybe 4 years now. And so, that's been a pleasure to be able to bring, like you said, that new concept to the Orlando area. And now with the city of Orlando, as we are in the heart of Orlando. So that's kind of just been my focus. And I'm really, really excited to discuss a little bit later, I guess, about how we've grown this amazing wine festival to being the only wine festival in downtown Orlando. So
It's
yeah, it's a little bit.
exciting,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
it's
how
really
about
exciting.
you? Thank you, Tanya. How about you, Julia?
Yes. Hi. So I have Winter Park Wine for 5 years now, and I just could not resist the Tanya Wine Wars just because this is all focused on wine. And at Winter Park Wine, I've done a concierge service, winterparkwine.com, and in addition, large events. But this one was sort of stood out to me because it's all focused on wine and there's a competitive component. And I like to drop that I was a Division I tennis player. You wouldn't know from my mom body now, but competitions are where it's at for me. So when Tanya came to me and pitched this, I'm like, this is going to be amazing. I'm just so happy to be part of it. And so just thank you.
Yeah,
Very, very exciting. All right, so let's talk about it. Wine Wars. Give us kind of the 401 on what happens when you register and
absolutely.
what is the experience people are going to have.
Awesome. Well, Wine Wars is a competitive charity wine festival where we like to say even the loser gets to take something home, right? So we have two different ticket types this year we've grown. So we have what we call our VIP wine tasting experience, which is our blind wine tasting competition. This is where teams of up to 3 people compete. To with us, we're going to focus on Cabernet, which is our varietal this time. So each team has to purchase 3 of the exact same bottles of Cabernet wine to compete with. So if you have a favorite Cabernet, or you say, hey, this is amazing, people are going to love it, you would get those 3 bottles. And from one of our approved wine retailers, one of those being Winter Park Wine, also Tim's Wine Market and Total Wine. And you'll receive a 20% discount code to receive 20% off your bottles. And then they'll be delivered to the event on your behalf. While at the event, we assign each team a number. Nobody knows what their numbers are. We take 2 of the bottles, we bag them up and put them out on the floor for a blind wine tasting. Everyone kind of goes around, tastes from each of the team's bottles. No one knows which ones are which. And then you're voting on a digital scorecard on your most favorite and your least favorite bottle of wine. At the end of the night, we tally up all the votes. Whichever team wins most favorite wins that 3rd bottle that every team brought that night to take home with. So up to 150 bottles of wine, because our teams are limited to 150, but it's a great wine tasting competition and for a great cause. This year, we are benefiting the Key Haven Family Foster Homes. So each time we do our event, we select a different benefiting charity. Our goal is to educate the community about the great things that people are doing in our wonderful community. And then also, too, highlighting small businesses and giving them exposure as well, because we utilize small businesses to help our event take place. Now that's the VIP experience. Now we also have what we call our general admission experience, right? Where you come in, we have wonderful wines by the glass that you can purchase to taste from. Winter Park Wine is our distributor that we're using for that. So she selected some amazing wines for Monica's Comfort Foods to dispense. And there's also all of these games that you can play. So now everyone will have access to, we have virtual golf that's sponsored by Top Golf, where you can receive a $200 gift card to Top Golf for the long drive contest. We have cornhole. We have Eola Wine Company as one of our sponsors for our wine bottle ring toss, where you can win up to $300 a gift card from them. We have Capital Grill is one of our contest sponsors. So we have a game where you can play. You can win $200 for them. Hawkers, Hillstones. And actually Hawkers is our VIP food sponsor. So they'll be providing light bites to all our VIPs in our private VIP area. So it's a lot of fun. We're going to have some great food as well for people to purchase there, whether it be a charcuterie individual boxes from Gnarly Cuban, to Monica's Comfort Foods with, crab cakes and shrimp pops. And we even have lobster tails from Fireside Kitchen with coconut spinach.
Ted is drooling. Ted is drooling.
I'm literally drooling over here. You can tell, right? Even on the camera, I'm like, oh my God, I'm starving. I'm afraid my stomach's going to start growling.
It's really, really amazing event. A lot of fun. It's a little bit twist on your wine competition, but it's still very much fun. And again, we'll have our charity on hand as well to discuss their mission. And some of our, I think one of our sponsors is giving away free massages at their booth. Nice. So people definitely want to come out and check it out. And tickets start at $40.
So much since year one, Tanya.
Oh, it has.
Oh my gosh.
The feedback has been amazing. Has been amazing. And actually
listen to it. That's what's awesome.
Yeah, and also Thornton Park District is one of our community sponsors as well. So, our sponsorship and support has truly grown. We really appreciate it. And we look to continue to stay there and continue to grow and be that only wine festival, the largest wine festival in downtown Orlando.
Love it. And what's the date?
It's March 23rd, which is a Saturday. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday from 5 to 9. And tickets start at $45. So,
hey, look at all you get for.
You can win all of these wonderful prizes. You can win up to over $1,000. We have over maybe $1,500 in prizes up for grabs, and all the different opportunities to win. And regardless, you're going to have fun for a great cause. So I definitely encourage everyone to get your tickets and come out. You won't regret it.
And you can get them at winewarsusa.com.
You can. We're on Eventbrite, but then also you can get the link through winewarsusa.com, and you'll see videos. We have all of our videos posted from our previous events. We also have a video that explains the wine tasting experience, so you know how that works. But absolutely, you can go there and you can get all the information.
WineWarsUSA also .com, and also on Eventbrite. And of course, I'll put the link to the tickets in the comments below, so you all don't have to go far to go get your ticket. Because if you're like me, the quicker I can do it, the better. You mentioned wine tasting. So Julia, tell me what we have going on to kind of get people in the spirit. I have 3 beautiful hidden bottles of wine.
I have to first say I've tasted wine with Ted before, and just full disclosure, he's actually a really great little connoisseur of Cabernet. And Cabernet is he's not, but he is. So Cabernet is our varietal for wine. So I thought I would cruise over in my Winebulance to the Ted Bogert residence and drop 3 bottles of Cabernet and see how he does. So you are going to blind, and you are going to be the taster for these 3 bottles of Cabernet, which again, when you're doing entering the competition side of this event, you bring 3 bottles, 2 of them are tasted, and 1 gets set to the for the winner, who will need a truck to bring all the bottles home. And we're going to put Ted to the test. So you'll see a tag that says number 1.
All right, number 1.
So,
and I have not looked at these all. I have not.
It's not 5 o'clock. So a tasting pour.
Okay? Oh man.
A tasting pour here.
You know me really well, right? Okay, a tasting pour.
And I meant to say this while you're pouring, that whether you're VIP or general admission, you're going to receive some complimentary tastings of wine when you come into the event. So every person will receive 4 complimentary tastings of wine from our wine vendors once you're there. So that's just something to keep in mind as another perk.
my team, including sommeliers, have a and actually sommelier of soul is on our team as well. So have handpicked a lot of these wonderful wines that will be for the glass. So you don't want to miss your free samples. You don't want to miss your free samples. Okay, look at him swirling. He's
He's a pro.
Nose in there, and he's looking at the color, right?
Something. All right, this is number one. So
this is number one.
It smells delicious, I have to tell you. It smells
delicious is an approved word for Cabernet. That's right.
Well, you know, sometimes it just and educate people on. So it's going to be all cab. There's no cab blend. This is a Cabernet. So
this is Cabernet for the competition. Like I said, we'll have Julia selected an array of wine varietals, whether it's whites, reds, rosé, bubbles, sweet reds. So available by the glass for people. So if they don't like Cabernet or they're doing something, they can have other options as well.
That's a breakfast cab. That is delicious. I am all in.
Oh, Ted would have a breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner cab.
I know. It's like, I didn't know that existed.
Aperitivo cab. You know, this is Bogart language.
God, that is so.
We don't typically say breakfast cab, but in Bogart land we do. So this is Ted's for breakfast, everybody. Yeah. So I see he's down that and you know, feeling good.
It's so delicious. So I don't know all the great words that you wine pros know. It's got a very cherry flavor. To me, it's got a little bit of a cherry, a little bit of berry, and I absolutely love that one. Love it.
See? He's just spot on. So that was one.
Okay, right, so number two. Number two.
In your mind. And when you're in the competition, number two. Yep. Let's go for it. When you're in the competition.
Just a sip.
Yeah, just a sip, not a full there.
I can already tell that one looks darker.
I have my wife in here to regulate this.
She left already.
He scheduled it right when she was at a meeting.
Right.
You want the wine?
Okay, very good. Okay, he's in a little.
That is so good too. All right, so we'll have to move to lunch cab.
Yeah.
This one's not as sweet, but I love the what do you call it? The aftertaste. The
finish.
Yes, the finish. Thank you, Julia. This is why we have pros on here.
Yes, finish.
And that's the thing too. At the competition, people go around and because they'll taste all of them. The teams will tell them to take notes because they're like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. So you have to remember which one is your favorite and which one is your least favorite because that's all you're voting for.
We used to go when we go to a wine tasting like that, we're tasting a lot. We'll take a picture of the bottle because it's the only way for me to remember. Because if I love a bottle, I want to go get it.
Well, we'll try to have some of the bottles out at the end so that people will know because we've had requests for that before because obviously they'll all be covered. But people would come back and say, hey, we want to know which bottles are which. So we're going to put the bottles out at the very end of the competition after voting so people can see which bottles were which numbers in case they want to go grab them.
Y'all not have fun at a wine tasting. WineWarsUSA.com, by the way.
I know, it's great. This is a blast. Okay, number 3 here for Ted, who's pounding Cabernet before 5 o'clock. I love it.
I love it. You know, my teeth are going to be a little bit blue for my meeting later, but that's okay. Am I the only one who gets a little blue tint to their teeth when they drink red?
No, it's a real thing. That's why you have to.
Right? They have the wipes even. I don't know if y'all know that they have wipes.
Oh, I don't know. Wow.
They do have wipes. That's right.
All right. So.
Okay. So this is the third. Okay, so great. Look at his serious face.
I know he's so serious.
That's really good. I mean, they're all good.
They're all good. I know.
It's like I'm talking about my babies. Like I'm gonna have to soak over here, but that is delicious.
Okay, so what time should we be at your house for the barbecue later? Because you have 3 bottles.
Yeah, I don't own a grill. You think I cook? I don't own any action verbs. Unless you have drinking.
For any gathering.
This is so good.
So now we're going to come to the very difficult decision of is it going to be 1, 2, or 3? Because ultimately you do have to make a choice, Ted.
That's down the hatch, that one. that one is more complex to me, and so I loved the whole start to finish on it. I'll tell you what I liked. I loved flavor wise right off the bat. Number one,
Okay.
I love whatever that cherry hint is in there, and that's me telling you what I think it tastes like. So that is difficult. This one,
And you can,
I don't know.
revisit if you can revisit
So
if you like.
this one, I would say this one with no food.
Yeah.
I could drink that bottle right now. And then this one I think is delicious. So I would have to say, if I'm just gonna pick, number one was my favorite out the gate.
Awesome.
There you
Then
go.
number three,
Yeah.
then
It may be because it's before 5 o'clock, but he's spot on the cherry bang and a lighter wine, and you got it. So that's actually Argento, which is an Argentinian wine on number one. That cherry bang pop, all those things, a bright and beautiful Cabernet. And Cabernet can take on so many different levels based on whether it's oak, if it has some, used oak or fresh oak, or maybe just it's stainless steel. So I guess Ted had his mind on breakfast Cabernet, and that was the Argento Cabernet. So that was fun. Thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
that was so fun. So I'm fascinated. There was one that was a screw off cap.
Yep.
And
Yes.
was that
So
the
we're
one
going,
that
a
I
lot
picked?
of beautiful wines are going to screw cap because
I love
of
it.
the cork
Me
tank.
too.
I know it's easier.
It's
Also,
so
as we get older too, just pop that baby right off, and there you go to breakfast.
That's actually the one I picked, which I didn't realize. I just looked at the cap.
You did. You did.
So it's so funny because white wines went to screw cap a while back, but I'm obviously seeing much more red. That was delicious. It was hard to pick, y'all.
It was.
For the
and imagine what it's like when we have up to 150 teams. That's the only spot. So that's our cutoff. So, all these teams and all these bottles, you have to kind of go through. The great thing is that most people are really good from what we've seen in our past events, where they will go around and just do a taste from everyone. And then they're kind of noting. And then after they go through and taste everyone, then they find their favorites and then they go back for more.
Always.
So, which is perfectly fine. There's so much wine with our competition that it's almost like unlimited, but it is limited. But you get quite a bit of wine. We've never run out, which is, I always joke with people and say we've never run out of wine.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. So, and then of course, if you want to try some others, you have the option to do that there as well. Now, one of the things I did forget to mention, a part of the VIP wine tasting experience, we have a team name contest. So this is a lot of fun too. So each team has to come up with a creative team name. And this is, we have a $600 value private wine party for up to 20 on the line, the total wine. So coming up with creative team names like, we had 2 girls, 1 glass, which I thought was genius.
Who won? What's one of the winning names? Was that one?
So Bordeaux's Before Bros was the one that won last time. They had shirts made. They were awesome. That team was amazing. We had Keep My Wife's Wine Out Your Effing Mouth, which I thought was good. And like I said, the 2 girls in 1 glass was amazing. But we have some very creative team names. So we'll have all those listed for everyone to see how creative our teams are. And then we've already gotten some, I've seen some of the names and they're very creative. I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So exciting.
Yeah.
I love it. Y'all get your livers ready. You want to enjoy yourself. Because it's a lot of fun. Like there's music too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we have great DJs. So we'll be playing. I always say we play music from when you were back in high school. That's my goal. We don't want to play anything from today. We want to take people back where they're having fun and reminiscing, and what a great thing to do when you have wine. So
I know
it's a great party where everybody's dancing and singing along. It's a lot of fun.
So Julia, tell them the best way they can find you.
So winterparkwine.com is the best way. The orders coming in also for Wine Wars can be done through parkwine.com. And of course, my amazing partners, I love Total Wine and Tim's Market. They're awesome as well. So all of us are just great and all in here for Wine Wars. So you can find me there. And I'm also taking on a really fun new partnership that I'm just about to announce, which is on Park Avenue at Gallery 32789. Awesome. And so you'll be able to find me there as well, coming up very soon. And it's just kind of a little preview as far as the next for Winter Park Wine. So I'm excited about being on Park Ave.
Woo!
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Congratulations. That's amazing. All right. So winterparkwine.com. You can also get your tickets for Wine Wars USA there as well. All right, Tanya, what's the best way they can get their tickets? What's the best way they can find out more? How can they get to
Wine Wars USA
next weekend?
WineWarsUSA.com. You can also check us out on social media. So at Wine Wars USA is our Instagram handle. If you want to find out some of the most up-to-date information as it relates to the event, kind of the fun little nuances and new announcements that you want to know, that you can find there. And then also you can find us on Eventbrite. We're there as well. So there's just many ways to find out Wine Wars. And we look forward to seeing everybody. It's going to be so much fun. And you know what? You can pay at the door for general admission. The price will go up. So we do encourage people to get it in advance, but there will be options for general admission to pay. Unfortunately, the VIP wine experience may not be available that day. So we encourage you for your teams, because of the fact that they have to purchase their bottles in advance and have those delivered to the event. But you can kind of come in and have some GA and still have some great wines by the glass, play some fun games, eat some great food, and listen to some wonderful music. So a lot of fun next Saturday.
So good. March 23rd, y'all. Yeah. WineWarsUSA.com, or you can go to winterparkwine.com. You can find them on Eventbrite. It's March 23rd. I don't know how you would not want to go to this, because it's so much fun. And these two are exactly the same when you see them in person. Yeah. Fun, engaging, have a good time. And why not do it all with a whole bunch of great wine? So thank you both so much. I appreciate you. You'll get your tickets. This is fun. You're going to be supporting a charity as well. So get out and have a good time. Support local, and let's all go to Wine Wars next Saturday, which is the 23rd. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Wine Wars. See you there. Bye, everybody.